All right, y'all, welcome to today's No Cape, No Star World Race. On the left here, we got Fitz1889, a verifiable no cape expert when it comes to Super Mario World. And on the right here, we have, I think, somewhat of a newcomer, CucaSpeedrunner. And yeah, I am ready to see these two do their race. We are just figuring out some tech stuff on the back end, making sure everything is good and set up. Looks like CucaSpeedrunner has gone as well, so yeah. Sorry for the delay in starting this. Sorry for the technical difficulties that we've had, but CucaSpeedrunner is off, so I'm hoping Fitz is aware. Hold on, give me 1 second. Looks like there was a bit of a false start, a bit of a miscommunication on everyone's end. I'll take the blame for this just because I pulled up the SRL room a little bit late. But yeah, we'll just consider this a bit of an advanced start on this. Is Kuka just going? Is Kuka responding right now? I'm not too sure how to respond to this. So, I would say they have started their timer. Kuka has started their timer. I would say Fitz. I honestly don't know. Maid, are you? What do we want to do? Kuka's in the race room. Kuka just hasn't hit ready up yet. Maybe not serious play, but their timer has started. I will say this. They don't prepare you for moments like this in the Academy of Super Mario World Commentators United, or whatever we call it. So I'm a little just like confused as to what all is going on, but yeah, waiting for Kuka to respond in the SRL chat at this point. So how is everybody doing? How are y'all doing today? I'm gonna go ahead and I think Maid is on top of that, so just gonna let them do that. We doing good? I'm glad to hear that, Rainbow Viking. Looks like Kuka just didn't see the SRL page, so maybe it's practice, maybe it's not. We shall see. But yeah, I think it's a false start just because the timer has gone. But also the stream is kind of laggy on my end. I'm gonna try to fix that real quick. All right, so yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and just let Fitz go. I'm gonna let Fitz know to do that. Yeah, we shall have to see. So I went ahead and let Fitz know that go ahead. So Guess giving Kuka a bit of a head start. It looks like it was just a miscommunication in the SRL room. I don't know if Kuka's used SRL before, so they didn't ready up, but they are in the room and they did see. I'm guessing that's on the message, though. Yeah. And Fitz is off themselves as well, so we have a race. Fitz has apparently opted to let Kuka take a 5-minute head start on them, which is a very noble and honorable thing to do, and we shall see how this actually ends up impacting the race. Now, this is not something you get to see every day as well, so yeah, it would have been nice last score, but at this point, it doesn't matter. I'm being confirmed from Made that they are not going to attempt to sync this, so it is fine. I'm gonna try to fix the stream on my end because it's lagging a little bit. Not too sure why, but Fitz is off. Kuka is going back to Yoshi's Island 4, and Fitz is out of Yoshi's Island 1. I'm guessing Fitz grabbing power-ups? Yep, or Kuka's grabbing power-ups. Wait a second, did Kuka just reset? I was resetting my stream. Did Kuka actually just reset to reset his lives? What? Is that allowed? Fitz is out of Yoshi's Island too. What? Yeah, did they use a save state? And welcome everybody to today's No Cape, No Star World race, where I am left absolutely baffled as to what is going on between the races right now. Fitz went for the mid-air shell jump in Yoshi's Island 3, or Yoshi's Island 4, didn't quite get it. Kuka getting the keyhole in Donut Island 1. And Fitz just finishing up the level. Oh, you didn't load a save state? He might have just reloaded the ROM. I think he reset the ROM. I don't think he used a save state, I'm guessing. Reset the ROM to get back up to 5 lives. Yeah. I don't think a reset is necessarily not allowed. I don't actually know that rule. Fitz using some jumping to get over the nets quickly. Kuka is making their way through Donut Secret 1. And opting to not swim through the bottom of the level, instead to kill the fish, which is a very interesting strategy we don't generally see. If it's a normal reset is fine, I think so. That's alright. Okay, Kuka has now readied up in SRL, so we are now officially ready to go. Yeah, no save states. And Fitz finishing up Iggy's Castle, the 2:40 time, and Kuka coming out of Donut Secret 1 onto Donut Ghost House. Now, Andre, I'm not gonna sling words like that around, but yep, this is a very interesting race so far. This is a race unlike any I've ever seen, I gotta say. And it looks like Fitz is catching up to Kuka somewhat now. We will see how Kuka deals with DGS. Just paused? How far behind is my stream? What is going on with this? Alright, Kuka gets a boost skip up to the door, out of Donut Ghost House. Fitz making his way through Donut Plains 1, getting the Yoshi. I'm still absolutely amazed at all of what's going on. Kuka taking a death at the very start of Donut Plains 3. Oh yeah, May, that's right. That most likely is what happened. How far behind am I then? I'm having a lot of connectivity issues on my end. I'm not too sure why, so normally I wouldn't have them. Cuca going back to Yoshi's Island 4 to grab a fire flower. Grabbing 2 fire flowers. Interesting strategy going that far back for one. Cuca also opting to go back to Yoshi's Island 2 to grab a Yoshi, and Fitz finishing up Donut's Secret 1. Must be, yeah, I'm using the commentator stream thing, so I'm wondering if the regular stream is actually ahead right now. I'm gonna check. Okay, no, it's not. It's definitely not ahead, but yeah, not too sure what's going on. But it looks like Cuca opted to take a bit of an out-of-the-way route to go get some power-ups and a Yoshi in order to make Donut Plains 3 a little bit kinder for him. So here we are. Yeah, Fitz finishing up Donut Ghost House as well, not too far behind. Fitz is coming for Cuca now. They're coming up. Cuca finishing up Donut Plains 3 as well. Generally, we would see the runner actually just grab, I think, the Yoshi in the next level, Donut Plains 4, but I guess Cuca just wanted a safer route going through DP3, which I can respect that. DP3 is not fun, as we can see by Fitz playing through it right now, opting not to grab the midway as well, for probably the reason of making jumps easier as Small Mario, and Fitz blazing through Donut Plains 3, coming up on Donut Plains 4. Looks like Cuca loses their Yoshi. I'm gonna get the backup Yoshi here. Yeah, no, top secret level area I do not think is accessible because of the fact that this is a no cape run. So Cuca finishing up Donut Plains 4, but Fitz not that far behind. Very much making up for the lost time at the very start of the run. Oh yeah, no, it looks like Cuca lost the Yoshi earlier in the level, which made it so another Yoshi wasn't going to spawn because the Yoshi was just off screen or something. Fitz gets the Yoshi ditch and is out of Donut Plains 4. Looks like Cuca has opted to go back into Donut Plains 4 to get another Yoshi as well. And is opting to grab the midway, which is actually a smart move, especially if Cuca opts to come back to this level more than once for a Yoshi. So now we're on to Morton's Castle. Fitz has taken the lead with a 4 minute and 50-second head start for Cuca as well. Yeah, Yoshis don't spawn like ghost objects. Yep, that's true. Yoshis are weird, and Yoshis are also objects. Alright. Fitz taking the spring with them. Wonder if Cuca's gonna do the same. Fairly standard movements going on in Fitz end. Cuca not quite making that first cycle to get the spring, and Fitz also throwing the spring, it looks like a little bit too early, getting it into that hole instead of actually bringing it with him. And Fitz finishing up Morton Fireball strat. Moving on to Vanilla Dome. Unfortunately, Cuca did lose the Fire Flower, so they're gonna have to go for the regular kill on Morton. Looks like they're gonna get it quite handily. There we are. Now, Cuca coming up on Vanilla Dome as well. Fitz see how they're going to take Vanilla Dome 1. Fitz spitting out the shell, picking it up again, doing the flight, coming right up. Doing a little swag with the shell there and exiting out Vanilla Dome 1. Alright, Fitz dishing Yoshi. How they get a fare with the Koopas? Gets right through it. Alright, and Cuca coming up on Vanilla Dome 1 as well. Wonder if they're gonna go for a similar strat as Fitz did. Fitz finishing up Vanilla Secret 1. And going to be coming up on Vanilla Secret 2 now. This is a no cape, no Star World run through of Super Mario World. Oh no! An unfortunate death from Cuca. Spits out the shell, not able to kill it. Ends up taking damage, now has to go back. Donut Plains. Or where are they opting to go? Opting to go back to Yoshi's Island 4, it seems, to grab Fire Flowers. I will put it this way, I think, given the amount of knowledge Cuca seems to have about this category, I'm proud of them for coming out and doing this. I have no want to speak any ill of either of these characters, either of these people here. Alright. Fitz coming up on Vanilla Secret 3, and Fitz does have a bit of advantage as they are playing on the Japanese cart, which means they are allowed to eat the dolphins. That doesn't actually save any time. However, it does make it better. And if there was time save involving eating dolphins, I can guarantee you Fitz would be in there eating every single dolphin in this level. Alright, Cuca getting the second Fire Flower. Gonna be going back into the Vanilla Dome now. And Fitz finishing up Vanilla Secret 3. Moving on to Vanilla Fort. Alright, Cuca gets the shell throw, grabs the blue shell again. Going for the Yoshi fly up. Throws the shells to the left, gets the keyhole, spits out the key, and is out of Vanilla Dome 1. Now on to Vanilla Secret 1. Second time's the charm, as you know. Opting to take a little bit of a slower route there, still manages to get their way through those Koopas. And Fitz, on the Reznor fight, handily defeats them and finishes up Vanilla Fort with a 224. And Cuca, finishing up Vanilla Secret 1, gonna be heading up to Vanilla Secret 2 now. Now on to everybody's favorite level in this run, Butter Bridge 1, in which I will be taking this opportunity to drink water and reminisce about it. And Cuca looks like to have lost the Yoshi. It was able to grab another one right after, though. Oh no, takes another hit. That was unfortunate. I'm gonna have to go through the level now without actually having a Yoshi at all. My gosh, the commentary stream is not cooperating with me today. At all. Fitz, opting to do a little bit of swag, getting a bunch of level ups right there. Butter Bridge 1 is that kind of level. Resident Sleeper. Alright, Cuca playing it a little bit safe, wanting to hold on to these Fire Flowers, especially given that lost their Yoshi earlier. Restream, please. I'm doing the pause thing, but it's still like showing frames that are 10 seconds behind for whatever reason. Cuca finishing up the level that they're going onto. Fitz continuing to just mess around because Butterbridge 1 is very tedious. And yes. All right. Oh no, Fitz. Wait, I forget if you have to ditch the Yoshi there. Fitz accidentally losing their Yoshi right at the end. This is the price you pay when you mess around in a level, so they're gonna have to do Butterbridge 2 without a Yoshi, which is never fun. Alright, Cuca making their way through Vanilla Secret 3. Managing to keep on top of those dolphins for most of the level so far. Fitz using some interesting camera scrolling maneuvers in order to influence when the Koopalings are actually spawning in to hopefully give better patterns to react to. Unfortunately takes a bit of damage and so has to get the Firefly outs in their box, but finishes up the level. CucaSpeedrunner finishing up VS3 as well. That was a pretty slick BB2. I would agree. Alright, coming up to Ludwig's Castle. CucaSpeedrunner going through Vanilla Fort now. Oh my gosh, my stream is trying its darndest getting the backup mushroom. I always love these nets in these levels, just because the speed strat is just basically spam up, or spam jumping up, to just climb as fast as possible. Oh no, Fitz unlucky getting hit with the fireball after getting 2 hits off, so manages to get the quick kill on Ludwig, losing the fire flower in response. Alright. Oof, Cuca jumps a little bit too early on that Reznor, not quite able to hit the last one. Am I gonna be able to hit it without dying? Oh no! Cuca taking a death right at the end of the Reznor fight. Alright, Fitz heading into Forest of Illusion now. Cuca taking another attempt at the Reznor fight. Fitz getting back their Yoshi. Will we get wall clip jump? That is the important question to ask. That was a really nice looking swag, or a swag fire flower clip. Now the question is Fitz gonna go for Yoshi wings? And that answer is no. And that makes me sad. Alright, Cuca taking a second attempt at the Reznor. Taking it a little bit slowly. Fitz finishing up Forest of Illusion 1. There we go, Cuca finishing up the Reznor. I'm gonna be heading on to Butterbridge 1 now. Alright, we saw him practicing this earlier. Let's see how Yoshi Clip fares for Fitz today. Gets the drop, a little bit too early, gonna have to wait now. Oh, he's going for it the other side. Not quite, I haven't seen people go for it on the other side though. So there we go, third try is the charm. Fitz clips out of bounds and ditches that Yoshi. CucaSpeedrunner now on Butterbridge 1. And we're gonna see them have some fun. Fitz grabbing the throw block. Now gonna handily swim under as much of the level as he can. Let's see if CucaSpeedrunner is gonna make the same mistake and lose their Yoshi at the end as well, if they're gonna be able to hold on to it. Fitz finishing up Forest of Illusion 2. And Cuca not quite being prepared for the Koopa to come off stage and gets a hit, losing their Yoshi. That was a really solid swim coming from Fitz. Alright, are we gonna see wall jump happen? Is Fitz gonna go for it? Goes for it, does not quite get it. That is a shame. It is a frame-perfect trick after all, and there are 60 of those frames in a second, so those are not easy to get consistently. Cuca opting to get a backup mushroom in that section. I actually didn't know you can get a mushroom there, huh? I don't think I've ever tried to look in there. I just kind of go up ahead. Yeah, there's definitely a sub-pixel perfect side to it. I think at the very start of the level you can set it up, right? Fitz gets the keyhole. Is out of Forest of Illusion 3 and coming up on Roy's Castle. Alright, Cuca, out of Butter Bridge 1. Can they make the jump? Makes the jump and is out of that blasted auto-scroller. My gosh. Looks like Fitz does not have a backup Fire Flower, so they're not going to be able to go for the Roy quick kill. But they do have a mushroom on them, so most likely I'm going to guess still going to opt for the damage boost. Looks like Cuca going back to Vanilla Secret 2, grab an extra Yoshi. Probably a smart bet with what's coming up ahead. Huh, last score, I didn't know it as well. Neat. Alright, Fitz gets the mushroom. Gets out of there with the mushroom as well. Making steady work through the level. Gets into the door. Cuca grabbing some power-ups right at the start of Vanilla Dome 1. Fitz gonna have to do a vanilla non-fireball fight on Roy, but handily takes care of Roy and is out of Roy's castle, going on to Chocolate Island. Cuca losing their Yoshi there. Looks like they're gonna have to go grab another one back in Vanilla Secret 2. Canalist, have you ever considered that Cape Clip is just easy? Getting some nice fast acceleration in Butterbridge 2. Not quite getting the blue shell. Going back earlier into the level to grab one. Now Fitz on Chocolate Island 1. I want to see him go for the chuck bounce as well. Gets the chuck bounce. And is out of Chocolate Island 1. Oh, Donut Secret House! Donut Secret House is... That clip's easy. You can just, just press left for 3 frames, or let go of right for 3 frames, then press it again. You just clip through every time. Alright. Coming up onto Chocolate Ghost House as well. Let's see if Fitz is gonna go for the suicide door or not. I don't know how Fitz is avoiding that fire right now. He's gotten way too close for comfort. Gets the suicide door as well. The madman. Goes for the scroll to get the boo line to show up correctly, and then gets the bounce as well. That is not an easy task. Look at those frames being saved. My gosh. The camera scrolling coming from Fitz really demonstrates just how adept they are at Super Mario World. It blows my mind. how they're able to do this stuff. Alright, Chocolate Island 2. Basically free. Quote unquote. Fitz handily getting through Chocolate Island 2 now. Cuca continuing to work on Butter Bridge 2. Fortunately, taking a death falling into that pit. Those flying Koopa Bros can be, or the Koopalings can be really annoying at times. Going back now to get some more power-ups, it looks like, and a Yoshi. Alright. Alright. Let's see how Fitz handle. Oh no! Bad RNG with the global cycle. Unfortunately, taking a hit with that football. Able to get the midway and keep on going through though. Now just making their way through the slide section. Oh gosh, Cuca just narrowly missing that jump back to the other platform to grab a blue shell and takes another death. Oh, it's the small only strat. Neat. I need to watch more small only stuff. Fitz definitely is a fan of some of those miscellaneous and more difficult categories. The no cape, small, only, etc. So this is no cape, no Star World is entirely within Fitz' wheelhouse. Especially given, you know, 8th in the world for no cape, no Star World, which is quite the achievement. And Fitz, out of Chocolate Island Secret, now coming up onto Wendy's Castle. And Cuca manages to get the blue shell and opts to fly over the level. This should be seeing them gow this level real soon. Oh, flies too far to the right, misses the goal, gets the 11, and finishes up the level. Fitz gets the Crusher Skip damage boost. Manages to get out of that first section. Fitz, that was not... Fitz flirting with those saws, spinning right beneath their hitboxes, just showing off at this point. Fitz keeping their P-speed by rubbing up against those walls. Oh my gosh. Fitz, just demonstrating their ability. Unnecessary strats, especially given they're ahead. But here we are. Handily finishing up Wendy. Now coming up on Sunken Ghost Ship. And Cuca making their way through Roy's Castle now, opting to be a little bit careful with those POTA boosts and not to take damage. Ah, it's that Irish quality, yes. Yes, it took me a minute to see what you meant, Benji. Oh, I hope. I would be surprised if Fitz is not going to go for Sandbar, especially given the strats that they're opting to take today. Ooh, Cuca jumps up a bit too early. Takes damage against that Koopa, but is at Roy now. Let's see if they're going to be able to handily take on... What am I saying? Ludwig, not Roy. At Ludwig now. Goes for the midair cycle skip, gets it, and finishes up Ludwig. Good job, Cuca. Knowing Fitz is definitely going to try to go for the Boo Ring despawns. So let's see how he handles the Boo Cloud. Getting some pretty decent patterns with his Boo Cloud so far. See how far he's going to be able to take it. Alright, gets the first Boo Ring despawn. Wow! Keeps their power up. Just barely snakes their way through that Boo Ring. This is the first time in this tournament that I personally have seen someone actually keep their power up through that Boo Ring, so fantastic job, Fitz, for that. That was a tight window to be able to pull that off. Fitz coming in with the swag from the left, dives back to the right, Snaking their way around, and... Orb! Now entering Valley of Bowser 1. Cuca getting another Yoshi and getting a mushroom, continuing to work their way through Forest of Illusion 1. Grabs the random power-up thing a little bit too early. Fitz taking a bit of damage. Looks like Fitz is actually opting specifically to do the small-only strats coming through these levels. Now, we saw him earlier actually practicing these strats right before the race, and I wonder if this was his intention all along. Especially given that Fitz is no stranger to small-only runs, being 9th in the world in it, and Fitz finishing up Valley of Bowser 1 as well. Alright. The moment at least a few of us have been waiting for. Is Fitz gonna go for sandbar skip? Is Fitz even gonna get a power-up? Yes, right there. That's right. Alright, Cuca. Looks like gonna be taking it a little bit slowly, but I bet gonna go for the Yoshi clip. Never mind. Not gonna be going for Yoshi clip. Opting to play through the level the typical way. Alright, Fitz. Can he do it? Nope. Does not get the jump off and slides out. How unfortunate. No Yoshi clip. Monka S. Alright, Cuca opting to go for easy clip. And manages to get it. Gets under the level. That is totally understandable. That first clip, not necessarily the easiest one, especially for newer players. Alright. Not quite getting the speed oscillation needed to get up onto that 6-tile block. Cuca clips back into the level and fortunately hits one of the green fish, taking a death. Alright. Fitz now on Valley of Bowser Fortress. This is another one of the levels that we saw him practicing earlier. Fitz is going to be doing some pretty hardcore P-speed management in here, just to save just a few seconds. And those Potaboo spin jumps as well. Up, slows down right at the end. Not quite keeping P-speed to the door, but that definitely saved a bit of time. Fitz, handily taking down that Reznor, is now coming up on Bowser's back door. Alright, Cuca. Getting some extra power-ups and another Yoshi. Take another attempt at Forest of Illusion 2. Fitz is on Bowser. Let's see how Fitz handles Bowser today. Oh no, Cuca getting a game over. That was unfortunate. Wow, Fitz getting off that Bowser hit right at the very beginning of when Bowser can actually take damage, I think. Alright, Cuca grabbing another Yoshi. Looks like Fitz will be going for ball skip. Manages to get it, I think. Fairly sure. Cuca opting to get a star to get through the level. Although... Oh, wait, no. Cuca took a game over, so they actually have to beat Forest of Illusion 1 in order to get back into Forest of Illusion 2. Alright, Fitz has another extra Mecha Koopa here. Gonna be looking to get a cycle skip on the bounces as well. Gets the hit off on Bowser, only gonna have to deal with 5 bounces now. Looks like we're coming up on time for Fitz just in a bit. Handily jumps on that Mecha Koopa. And that is time for Fitz. Good game, Fitz, finishing up with a time of 35:37. Switching over audio to Cuca now. GG to Fitz. That is only 40-something seconds behind Fitz PB as well. So that is an absolutely fantastic run today from Fitz. Anything sub 36 is amazing in this category. So, good job, Fitz. Great job with today's run. All right, well, I think we'll invite Fitz to come in for an interview. Let me make sure. Let me see. All right, CucaSpeedrunner finishing up Forest of Illusion 2. Coming up on Forest of Illusion 3 now. Now, this race has definitely been an interesting comparison, and just how vastly different the routes and the potential that No Cape, No Star World can have between runners that of which are very familiar and able with this category versus newer runners. The strats and stuff that I saw Fitz go for, there were things that I just was not familiar with at all. And I would like to say that CucaSpeedrunner, I know is someone who is newer to this as well, and I would honestly, I do want to take a moment to just, you know, give props to Cuca for joining this tournament at all and being willing to attempt this as well, given that they don't currently have a time posted for this on SRC as well, so I'm fairly sure they are newer, and honestly, going up against Fitz in this as well is just an unfair match. An unfair matchup entirely. Carrick, so what happened was there was a bit of a miscommunication right at the start of the race where Cuca thought we were telling him to go ahead. We had a bit of a false start. And Fitz wasn't sure, so we went ahead and just let Fitz start a few minutes after Cuca had started, so. Alright, Cuca does not have a backup power-up, though. Oh, no! Not gonna be able to go for the damage strat, the damage boost skip anymore. Just barely getting grazed by that Podoboo. Yeah, there's a bit of a technical difficulty right at the start, but all of our runners and tech, we were able to figure it all out and finish up the game, so. Waiting to see if Fitz is going to want to come join in for an interview. Ooh, Kuka jumping a little bit too early, taking a death. Welcome in, Fitz. How are you
Hello,
feeling?
Marcy. Thank you very much for the commentary there.
Mhm.
I feel good. Fairly sloppy run again, but didn't lose like a load of time. So I guess that's pretty positive.
Fairly sloppy run and coming in with a 35-37, you say.
Yeah, it was one of those like my previous run. Loads of mistakes, but I didn't lose much time to any of them, which is pretty good. Back in the day, I would have gone for all the big strats and just completely killed the run. Got a bit more race maturity, I guess you'd say. Taking
Fair
a bit
enough.
safer.
Yeah, so okay, I think a lot of folks in chat were hoping you would go for sandbar. Did you actually end up going for sandbar, or did you just decide to slide through and not risk it?
I did, and it was really far off.
Gotcha.
I haven't gone for it yet in the tournament, but I thought this is my last one. Looked pretty safe for the win. So yeah, I just didn't do a very good effort for you guys. Maybe in the next round.
I think you still put on quite the show for us. I was quite amazed at some of the stuff that you were able to pull off. And speaking of which, it looks like you opted to more than one time switch to using the small only strats going through these levels. Any reason why for that?
I like doing the strats. I think they're faster in a lot of the levels. I actually unusually go for the big strats through Chocolate Island. I think a lot of runners would go small there, damage boosting in the ghost house. I skip the damage boost and do a scroll instead to get through with the power up. And that's so, like you pointed out, I got the global frame roll on the Chuck football in Chocolate Secret. That's so I can go for that without there being too big a risk.
Gotcha.
But yeah, in Valley Bowser 1, I took the power up through the ghost ship, more for swag than anything else. I didn't really want the mushroom, but it's just nice to be able to damage boost through that first Monty Mole, and you can get P-Speed a little bit quicker.
Yeah, that was fair. Seeing you pull off that boo ring without actually getting hit just blew my mind. I haven't seen anybody actually pull that off before, so.
Yeah, it's fun to do big, because it's swag if you get it, and if you get hit, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's the second one, you got that first despawn.
Yeah, exactly. And also, just on top of that, the camera skull shenanigans that of which you pulled throughout this run were really interesting to see as well. I don't generally see runners doing as much camera scrolling as you did, but it seemed as if it made some things easier and allowed you to do some other stuff.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's some good strats as well. More work to be done on Yoshi clips though. Every run, not always my fault, but definitely my fault today. Missed a couple, so that could have gone worse. I ended up getting in third try, which isn't bad after you miss an attempt.
Yeah, third try is still not, it's better than a death, definitely. So
For sure.
Ooh, Kuka's having a hard time right now in Roy's Castle. So are you familiar with CucaSpeedrunner at all by chance?
I'm not. I did a little bit of a recce before the match, and they have got times in several Super Mario World categories, but not this one.
Yeah.
I think it does look like they've looked at the run. They've planned out all their backup strats and or backup power-up gets and Yoshi gets. But it's a tough run. It really is. And I think when you see a couple of runners come in and taking a few game overs, it really highlights how well everybody else is doing to get through unscathed.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to see the route that Kuka has decided to take, and also, yeah, the backup strats that they end up doing, just because looks like they're definitely not as familiar with this category, but are definitely familiar with Super Mario World as a whole as well, so.
For sure, even taking that, the reset after Iggy's right at the beginning, I think. You don't do that just if you have a bad World 1 and you're panicking. You've thought about that beforehand. If I've lost a few lives, I'll just make sure I hit that reset after I've saved. Fill up that stock.
It's not I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea either, especially if you're afraid of something like Donut Plains 3 and you don't want to game over, however that is right for Ghost House, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and everybody should be afraid of Donut Plains 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Not everybody is, but they probably should be, because it's pretty tough. I take it safe there. I go for the patented Shady Vine. As Carrick says, it saves lives, and it's treated me well. You only lose like maybe 2 or 3 seconds if you get
That's
it
fair.
nicely.
And speaking of just Donut Plains, Yoshi's Island, there was a bit of an issue at the start in terms of communication on the races starting, and I do apologize for that happening. I think Kuka misconstrued what may have said in the SRL room, so at the very least we were still able to, start off the race and such.
Oh sure, yeah, that's totally fine, and not your fault at all. I think Kuka's coming in. Not with English as a first language, so
I'm fairly sure they're Brazilian, yes.
doing a great job.
Yeah. And definitely, I mean, this tournament is open to everyone, and yeah, unfortunately, language barriers and such can be troublesome at times, but that's not his fault at all, so.
Not at all, and as it happens, it made it a close race for the first few worlds. So I think it worked out rather well. It was a bit fun.
Yeah. I think it did as well. So we are at the 51-minute mark right now. I think we're gonna call it in terms of the restream probably at the hour mark or so, just because that's about as much time as I have allotted for this today. But yeah, anything else you'd want to point out about your run? Anything you wish you went a little bit better? Anything you think that went well before switch back to focusing on Kuka?
I think throw the focus on Kuka. Yeah, I think I've covered all the main points. But yeah, thank you very much again to yourself and to SpeedGaming. And I'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, thank you for coming out and racing today, and good luck with all your future races.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Of course. Good night. All right. Carrick, we do not have enough time for Fitz to do another run. I do not want to commentate another run by Fitz as well. I have a run in a couple hours. I gotta commentate. I want to take a break after this. Just chill. All right, Kuka, finishing up Roy's Castle. We're gonna give Kuka another 8 minutes or so. And if they're not quite into Valley of Bowser yet, we're gonna call it. But we'll see. We'll see where he gets to. So we'll give him. We'll definitely gonna want to give Kuka, some leeway, benefit of the doubt here. So. Come on. Yeah, Fitz, just come back and do NCNSW. 8 minutes. Come on, it's easy. Or just come back and do the arbitrary code execution credits warp like 6 times. It'll be fine. Oof. Kuka opting to go back, get some more power-ups. Unfortunately, taking a death from that Koopa. It looks like they have several places in the game set up for them to go back and get some power-ups from. Definitely a smart move, especially when you're not as familiar with the route as well. Yeah, no, the hitboxes in this game are rough. Kuka opting to reset the game as well. Fair enough. Looks like they were running low on lives, so... yeah, no, definitely, it was for lives. Yeah, those Dino hitboxes right there, for instance, they're, the sprites are suggestions, and the hitboxes do what they want. Carrick, please. Alright, Kuka opting to grab the midway here. Make their way through. Takes a bit of damage. Able to get the Fire Flower, though. Gonna be grabbing a Yoshi, too. Takes a bit of damage. It gets into the hole, though. Gonna be shot out of the cannon. And finishes up the level with 11. Oof, Cuca taking unfortunate death in the pit. Chocolate Ghost House. I have to see what strats Cuca's gonna opt to take in here, if they're gonna go for the suicide door or not. Oof! Taking a death to that Eerie right at the end, right before the door. Alright, playing it a bit more safe with those Eries, making sure not to take another hit here. Takes a hit from that Eerie there, gets over it, opts not to go for the suicide door. Alright, looks like Cuca's gonna try to go for the boo line, doesn't quite get on top of it. Almost gets the backup, not quite, and takes the death to that boo line. Alright, Cuca's gonna give it another go now. Yeah, this level is not at all easy, especially if the Eerie spawns or something, you have a hard time with remembering where they are at. I have that issue, definitely. So, and if you're trying to keep a mushroom through here, might end up taking damage like that. No, just narrowly missing, hitting that fire. Alright, going ahead and grab this mushroom now. Oh, interesting. Okay, Cuca's opting, it looks like, to get the boos to follow him over here so that he can jump on them to get up to the top. That's an interesting backup strat I haven't seen. That's the dev intended strats? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've played this game before. I remember that, obviously. Oh my gosh. To be fair, I think when I play this game, I basically just always have a cape on me and I just fly through every level, so. Alright. Cuca grabbing some coins right now, getting that extra level up. Coming up on the room 2. Opts to take a bit of a safer route and ditch P-Speed. Shooting down some fireballs as well, so you don't have to worry about the Koopas. Gets the bounces off, out of room 2. Alright, making their way through room 3. Loses Yoshi, unfortunately takes a bit of damage. Gonna wait a little bit for the Chucks to stop throwing baseballs. Does not quite get the jump he wants. Go wait again. Oh, gets to jump up, not quite. Gonna be tight. Gets the jump up. Oh, not quite making it. Oh no! Loses the Yoshi. Just barely grazes against that baseball. Durwood, you gotta realize when you only ever see the speedruns, you tend to forget the dev intended strats. Alright, Cuca opting to go back to Force Evolution 1 to get some more power-ups. And we are coming close to time on today's race, or this race of today. We will be having a few more races today. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have iDabs against Louie. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have Dactyl versus Uncle Steve Pup. And at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having Dots Are Cool versus The Canalist, which that one's also going to be commentated by myself. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have Sten versus Awu Crew Sevilla. So definitely make sure to look out for those races later today. So we are at the 60-minute mark, which means I will have to get going for now. Good job to both of the racers today with today's race. Good luck to Kuka finishing out the run. Yeah, I have been Marcy August. It's always a pleasure getting to commentate these. Good job to Fitz once again for 35-37. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the episode. So y'all make sure to go follow these runners and check them out. Fitz1889 and CucaSpeedrunner at their channels. Also, make sure to check out my channel, because apparently I think I need to plug that as well. But yeah, y'all have a good day. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you all later. So take care.